This video was made in collaboration with NARUTOPEDIA. For more information, check out the link in the description. The Life of Shikadai Nara from Naruto. Shikadai Nara is a chūnin of Konohagakure and the heir to the Nara clan. As a member of Team 10 with his teammates Chōchō Akimichi and Inojin Yamanaka, he forms the 17th generation of the Shikachō trio. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the life of Shikadai Nara. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Background. Shikadai is the only child of Shikamaru and Tamari Nara. Being acquainted with Mirai Saratobi since his birth, the two developed a sibling-like relationship during their training under his father. He would also regularly be practiced on her for her genjutsu. As his parents continued to stay close to their childhood friends over the years, Shikadai ultimately came to know the various parents' respective kids well, but grew especially close to Boruto Uzumaki. On the day of the 7th Hokage's inauguration, he watched the ceremony beside Inojin. Academy Entrance Arc. In the anime, after attending the Academy's entrance exam, Shikadai was placed in Shino Abarame's homeroom. 2 weeks later, he warned Boruto not to get into more trouble, thinking Boruto would get suspended again for skipping class to fight Iwabi Yuino. Later, during their Shuriken Jutsu training, Boruto caused a ruckus, leading to Shikadai and others being punished with repairing the Hokage rock. The following day, Shikadai, Boruto, and Inojin found Metal Lee unusually aggressive, which resulted in him attacking the group. After devising a plan to subdue Metal, the group managed to free him from being possessed. After learning about the summoning technique, Shino had the boy and girl students of his class compete against each other in a race to capture a flag on top of the academy first. During the climax of the competition, Boruto managed to summon Nue, which launched Chōchō off the academy's roof, leading to Shikadai and Boruto rescuing her. After the beast was subdued by Konohamaru Saratobi, the competition was won by the girls. Later, as a former Academy student rampaged through Konoha, Shikadai, alongside Iwabi and Boruto, took it upon themselves to subdue him. Before they could, they discovered that a mysterious boy defeated him. The next day, Mitsuki enrolled into Shikadai's class, leading to the entire class partaking in a party to welcome him the next day. Afterwards, as a possessed repairman went on a rampage at the Academy, Shikadai and other classmates decided to handle the matter, leading to the group freeing him of being manipulated. The next day, Shino had the troublemakers of his class participate in an extracurricular class, leading to him having Shikadai, Mitsuki, and Boruto meet him outside a forest in the village. Upon arriving, they learned that Shino was possessed, forcing the students to flee from his assault of them. Developing a plan to combat Shino, Shikadai and Boruto acted as a distraction while Mitsuki submerged and electrocuted their teacher in a lake, which freed him. Afterwards, as Shino voiced his decision to resign as teacher, the students convinced him to reconsider, apologizing for their earlier statements. Later, growing concerned about these repeated and seemingly random attacks, Boruto and Shikadai tried to figure out the source behind them and why apparently only Boruto could see it. The following day, Shikadai and other students decided to protect Sumire Kake from Magire Kakure Mino after he left her a stalkerish message. Following a possessed Magire abducting Sumire, Shikadai and Boruto engaged in a fight against the culprit, which ended after Chōchō freed him of his possession. Later, Shikadai, Boruto, and Mitsuki decided to ditch class one day, having Mitsuki write fake parent notes for them. When they were caught, Tamari punished him. Shino had his class pick a place to spend their workplace field trip at, leading to the three picking Konohagakure's central post office. While sorting stamps, they heard on the news that another attack happened at the water purification plant, where Sumire was, leading to the three rushing to the hospital. After learning that she was okay, Shikadai and his friends were approached by Naruto, who warned them about the danger of their investigation. Continuing their investigation, the three got help from other students in facing the culprit behind the incidents. After they lured the person out and Komame became possessed, half the team dealt with the culprit while Shikadai's squad faced Komame. While having saved the post chief, the culprit ultimately got away. During the night Nue attacked the village, Shikadai wondered where Boruto and Sumire were. The following morning, they found Boruto, Sumire, and Mitsuki in a field. Sai Yamanaka and his group of shinobi arrived at the scene, leading to him apprehending Sumire for her role in the attacks. Several weeks later, Shikadai's class took part in a training exercise, during which the Ino Shikacho faced Metal, Mitsuki, and Boruto in a game of Capture the Flag, which resulted in their team losing. Afterwards, Sumire returned to class, leading to all the students welcoming her back. Sarada Uchiha Arc. After class at the academy was dismissed, Shikadai warned Boruto not to pursue his prank because of the 5 Kage meeting. Later, after training with Shikamaru in the anime, he accompanied his father in stopping Boruto from interrupting the 7th Hokage from his duties, and, to his chagrin, was asked by his father to notify Naruto's shadow clone where Boruto was. School Trip Arc. In the anime, Shikadai took part in a class field trip to Kirigakure. Upon arriving, Kagura Karatachi escorted them through the village and took them to meet the 6th Mizukage in his office, where Chōchō gave them a speech. That night, Shikadai and his classmates received a message that informed them that Denki Kaminarimon had been kidnapped, and to meet the culprits at the pier. Upon arriving, the perpetrator was revealed to be Tsurushi Hachiya and his gang of delinquents. Attacking the students, they managed to easily defeat the shinobi. Afterwards, they invited Kagura to play a card game with them. When Boruto and Sarada acted strangely, Shikadai and Inojin decided to follow them. To their surprise, they instead found Mitsuki talking secretly with Suigetsu Hozuki. Trying to make sense of their conversation, Suigetsu approached and threatened the pair, leading to them nervously agreeing to help Mitsuki. Sometime afterwards, the class returned to Konoha. Graduation Exams Arc. In the anime, taking up Shino's subtle offer to try stealing the test answers for the written portion of the Genin exams, Shikadai and his friends were able to pass the test. The next day, the students were set against academy teachers and Kakashi Hatake during the 24-hour practical portion of the exams. While the teachers would still evaluate the students' respective improvements, their true test was against the Hokage. As the test began, the Ino Shikacho trio fought Anko Mitarashi alongside other students, which resulted in them all being defeated and captured. During the night, his classmates rescued the restrained students after defeating Anko. Strategizing, all the students transformed into copies of Boruto and attacked Kakashi, during which they got into position to restrain him so Boruto could grab his bell. During their struggle, the exam reached its time limit. Despite not getting the bell, Kakashi chose to pass everyone as they succeeded in the test's true goal, teamwork and loyalty. Having become a genin, the Ino Shikacho trio was placed on Team 10 under Moegi Kazamatsuri's leadership. Genin Mission Arc. In the anime, the 7th Hokage personally assigned Team 10 their first mission, which involved chauffeuring around a client. During the mission, Shikadai and Inojin carried the clients shopping while she chatted with Chōchō throughout Konoha. Byakuya Gang Arc. In the anime, Shikadai began getting taught more advanced tactics and shogi by his father to sharpen his mind. During his studies, Shikadai learned about the Byakuya Gang, who stole a collection of jewels from the Konoha Bank. Hearing about how they called themselves noble thieves because they steal riches to support the poor, Shikadai acknowledged that while stealing is wrong, the world is not always so clear-cut on right and wrong. Later, he was approached by a boy named Ryogi, who took an interest in playing shogi with him. As the boy proved skilled in the game, they played well into dusk. After the gang committed multiple robberies, Team 10 was assigned alongside other genin teams to assist in their capture, though they were instructed not to engage them in battle. While playing with Ryogi again, Boruto approached the pair, leading to them discussing the ninjutsu research center, which Ryogi was interested in before they departed. Continuing to talk with Boruto, they encountered a Byakuya Gang thief that was being chased by Tamari. She instructed the pair to assist her in apprehending the criminal, though Shikadai hesitated, which resulted in the thief escaping. A while later, while practicing shogi alone, Ryogi met up to him, leading to the pair playing against each other. Having won the match, Shikadai asked him if he was part of the Byakuya Gang, leading to Ryogi denying Shikadai's assumption. Asking for proof, Shikadai told Ryogi that his lamp was listed as stolen by the gang, which led to Ryogi panicking and falling for Shikadai's lie that outed him. Unable to change Ryogi's mindset, the thief flees. After the gang manipulated villagers into believing the Kaminarimon Company conducted corrupt practices, it led to the same genin teams to placate protesters around the company's headquarters. While observing the structure of the protest, Shikadai noticed it was similar to the strategy Ryogi used in shogi, leading to his team abandoning their position and heading to the ninjutsu research center, as he thought the protest was a distraction while the gang robbed the center. Joined by Boruto, the shinobi found Katasuke Tono robbed of his scientific ninja tool, during which the scientist gave them a way to track the thieves. Having located them, Shikadai and Boruto chased after Ryogi and Gekko, while Inojin and Chōchō handled the remaining members. After the thieves jumped on a thunder train, the pair followed them aboard. There, the Genin were encased in a dome of ice, during which Boruto fell under Genjutsu and attacked Shikadai. Restraining him, Shikadai released the Genjutsu and confronted Ryogi, who was now being controlled by Gekko's Genjutsu. Unable to talk any sense into him, Boruto and his clones launched Shikadai towards Ryogi, who put him in reach to be able to release the Genjutsu controlling him. After freeing him and reconciling, Naruto captured Gekko that had escaped during the ordeal, followed by Ryogi being imprisoned. Ryogi has been allowed to keep the pawn shogi piece he got from Shikadai. Afterwards, Boruto finds Shikadai playing shogi at the park where he used to meet Ryogi, and they wonder how long it will take for him to be released from jail. Naruto Shinden, Parent and Child Day. When Konohagakure began a new annual holiday, Parent and Child Day, Shikadai spent it with his father. They were accompanied by Metal, Inojin, and their respective fathers. When Tamari learned that the winner of an eating competition would get unlimited free dumplings from Ankororo for 1 year, she forced Shikamaru and Shikadai to compete, wanting the prize for herself. However, they soon overate, leaving them physically sick and unable to continue. Later that night, the Nara men ate dinner while an obviously angered Tamari watched over them sternly for their failure at the competition. Versus Momoshiki Arc. As Moegi presented the Chūnin exam's application papers to Inojin and his teammates, he and Shikadai had doubts about entering, as they considered themselves rookies. Having cold feet about the situation, Moegi resorted to handing the pair letters from their mothers, which frighteningly persuaded them to take part in the exams. Remembering that they organized to meet up with Boruto, the boys hurried off to Lightning Burger. There, the three played video games together until the pair learned that Boruto had been cheating in it, which annoyed him. Following attending the entrance ceremony for the Chūnin exams, the three raced towards the first exam venue in the time provided in order to not get eliminated. Bypassing all traps and obstacles for their route, the team made it to the exam venue. There, the team participated in a true or question given by Sai Yamanaka, which resulted in all competitors falling into a pit that contained a pool of ink. Having not fallen into the ink while also saving Inojin and Chōchō from falling in, the team passed the first round. 3 days later, for the second round of the exams, Team 10 competed in a game of Capture the Flag against a Kusagakure team. While Shikadai and Inojin subdued the two Genin from capturing their flag, Chōchō captured the enemy's flag, resulting in their team progressing to the next round. On the day of the final round, the event was structured as a 1 vs 1 tournament, leading to Shikadai being pitted against Yodo. Having won his match against her, Shikadai was matched against Boruto. Managing to capture Boruto and his clones with his shadow, Boruto resulted to cheating by using his kote to create multiple shadow clones. Outmatched, Shikadai forfeited. While in the manga, Boruto's use of his kote led to him being disqualified for cheating, which resulted in Shikadai being reinstated into the tournament as the winner of their match. In the anime, the cheating goes unnoticed, resulting in Boruto progressing to the finals. He and his teammates cheered for Boruto while he defeated Shinki to win the tournament, but were very distraught when learning that he was cheating by using an advanced ninja tool, the kote, which was deemed banned from the Chūnin exams and thus was disqualified. Even more, Shikadai felt betrayed by his best friend, who lied to him about having a fair fight in their match. When the venue was attacked by Kinshiki and Momoshiki Otsutsuki, Shikadai was protected by Rock Lee and saved by Gaara from the falling debris of the stadium before being evacuated. After the attack ended and the 7th Hokage saved all the lives there at the cost of being captured himself, Shikadai was sent to the hospital to check for injuries. After he was cleared, he saw a distraught Boruto running out, loathing himself for how he made things turn out with his father. When Boruto was allied to join the other Kage and Sasuke to go rescue Naruto, Shikadai arrived to see him off. As Boruto began to apologize, Shikadai calmly told Boruto to focus on saving his father as they could chat afterwards, forgiving him and wishing him good luck. A few days later, following the successful rescue of Naruto, Shikadai and Boruto made full amends with each other, voicing their goals to become greater shinobi than their respective parents but do it following their own path. Mitsuki's Disappearance Arc. In the anime, Shikadai later overheard Enshu Nara voice his dismay at how lackluster the clan had been appearing since the end of the 4th Shinobi War. He was also disappointed at how slowly Shikadai was progressing in his training as the only son of Shikamaru, head of the Nara clan. Wanting to prove his worth for his clan, Shikadai began using his clan's various hidden techniques exclusively on missions, which caused his team to mess up in various missions. Eventually, Enshu saw this as an opportunity to enlist Shikadai for the political world. Telling Shikadai about how connections to the fire daimyo and the latter's interest in teaching politics to promising young people, he offered Shikadai a 2-year internship under the fire daimyo, insisting that it would be a great honor, which Shikadai strongly considered. While talking with Denki, who also knew the burden of living up to family reputations, he insisted that he still planned to do so, but in his own way. Then, a power generator began to malfunction and was at risk of exploding. Using the wind release his mother taught him, Shikadai was able to manually turn on a generator's fan to offset the buildup of energy long enough for Denki to shut the system down. The following day, much to Enchu's dismay, Shikadai turned down the offer, instead deciding he would prove the Nara clan's worth of uniting with the Kazekage's family by mastering both Nara hidden and wind release techniques. Konoha Shinden, Steam Ninja Scrolls. In the anime, when Shikadai joined his father and Boruto for a meal, they encountered Mirai, who was getting ready for a mission accompanying the 6th Hokage and Might Guy. Sometime later, it was decided by his father and the 7th Hokage to promote Shikadai to chūnin on the grounds of both his leadership skills and genuine devotion to his allies. For his first mission as team captain, he was assigned to retrieve a rare but potent medical flower called the Gekoran, which blooms very rarely and just as quickly wilts. He was given a meshed team consisting of Iwabi, Wasabi, and Boruto. They were also given a special tracking pig named Tonsuke that could locate the flowers by scent. The mission progressed roughly as Wasabi and Iwabi kept bickering with each other. The mission became even more difficult when they were attacked by bandits who stole Tonsuke while Shikadai was injured. Fed up with his teammates not listening to him, Shikadai decided to handle the rest of the mission alone. As his struggles continued, Boruto reminded him of why he was chosen as the first of their class to be chūnin. Accepting his mistaken judgment, he made amends with everyone, and together they were able to rescue Tonsuke while capturing the bandits and securing the Gekoran to complete their mission. One Tail Escort Arc. In the anime, Temari decided to take a reluctant Shikadai to her home in Sunagakure, insisting that he should visit his uncle once in a while. Later, Temari grew concerned for her brothers when they failed to return after so long after meeting with Sasuke. Deciding to investigate, she took Shikadai with her. They ultimately found Yodo and Araya carrying Gaara back to the village. They explained how during a battle with Urashiki Otsutsuki, Sasuke was teleported to a different dimension and Gaara was injured while managing to temporarily seal the enemy. After being told how Kankuro was joining Boruto and Shinki in escorting Shukaku to Konohagakure, Temari entrusted the Sunanin to take care of Gaara while she and Shikadai went ahead. They soon found the site of Kankuro's last fight against Urashiki's puppets, having ended in a huge explosion. While searching for Kankuro, they found Boruto had returned, desperate to help the older ninja. Shikadai found evidence of a hole being dug as a means to escape the explosion, prompting the Konoha nin to catch up with Shinki. They ultimately caught up to Shinki and Shukaku as they were attacked by the last of Urashiki's last puppet. The puppet's large array of weapons and attack styles made it difficult for the shinobi to battle off, as Temari was ultimately wounded and partially paralyzed while protecting her son. By using his mother's fan, Shikadai was able to create an opening for Boruto and destroy the puppet. Ultimately, it was decided for Boruto to head on with Shinki and Shukaku, while Temari tended to her wounds with Shikadai and resumed their search for Kankuro. Shortly after, they were attacked by Urashiki, who stole some of their chakra and knocked them out. The mother and son were later found by some Sunanin, who revealed that Kankuro was alive and safe, and were brought back to Konohagakure for treatment. Time Slip Arc. In the anime, Shikadai joined his friends in testing out new surveillance equipment designed to follow their location. During the field test, Urashiki Otsutsuki was spotted in the area. Shikadai joined several other Konoha nin in pursuing him. However, this soon turned out to be a diversion by the alien, who placed a genjutsu on them to let him sneak back into the village. Sometime later, after Urashiki was finally defeated, Sumire's transfer from her Genin team to the Scientific Ninja Weapons team came through. Shikadai joined his friends in a farewell party for their former class rep. They also met Sumire's replacement for Team 15, Tsubaki Kurogane, a samurai student from the Land of Iron. Mujina Bandits Arc. The morning after Shikadai's parents' anniversary, he greeted Shikamaru when he woke up and informed him that Temari was in a bad mood before leaving. Later, Shikadai and his friends watched Boruto open his extreme shinobi picture scrolls and laughed when he got angry at opening a 7th Hokage Naruto Uzumaki card. Calling him obsessed and asking which card he was searching for, Boruto said he'd show Shikadai if he ever found one. In the anime, they then met Tento Madoka, son of the Fire Daimyo. When seeing that Iwabi had a rare 7th Hokage card that he was looking for, he begged Iwabi to sell it to him, but Iwabi refused. Trying to sway Iwabi, Tento began buying up Iwabi's favorite hangouts. As Iwabi got angry and was ready to hit Tento, Boruto Uzumaki stepped in to stop him. He insisted that having a lot of money is nothing special. While Tento didn't think much of Boruto as he wasn't made a trading card yet, Boruto insisted that one day he would become a powerful and cool enough ninja to be added to the game. Intrigued by Boruto, Tento decided to leave Iwabi and his friends alone. Kara Actuation Arc. In the anime, Shikadai was assigned with his team to join Team Shinki to search for one of Urashiki's remaining puppets in the Land of Wind. Before going, he found Boruto arduously training to improve his Rasengan after his crushing defeat against Deepa, wishing him good luck. On the way to the mission, Shikadai's team decided to stop for a bit and eat, where they bumped into Deepa, who casually ignored them. Once inside the restaurant, they were horrified to see that everyone in it was slaughtered, wondering if Deepa was the one responsible. After reporting their findings to Sunagakure, Shikadai's team met up with Shinki's team. While Shikadai was the highest ranking ninja of the group as a chūnin, they decided to let Shinki lead the way as he knew the area better, but otherwise deferring authority to Shikadai as the head of the group. Upon discovering the puppet, they were encountered by Deepa, who demanded that he be given the puppet. When they refused, Deepa pelted them with a barrage of carbon cubes that even Shinki's iron sand wall couldn't completely resist. Shikadai devised a strategy to detain Deepa long enough for Shinki to strike. While seemingly working, Shinki's black iron fist was completely ineffective against Deepa's super durable body, who swiftly defeated them. Despite Shinki destroying the puppet, rather than letting Deepa have it, he let them live. Shikadai then reported to his father and Naruto. Later, Shikadai learned that Boruto had succeeded in developing Wind Release, Rasengan, but it still lacked the necessary power for his goal of defeating Deepa. Concerned that Boruto's goal in training was purely to defeat Deepa, he voiced his refusal to let his best friend recklessly face down such a dangerous foe. Boruto insisted, though, that it was not about a wounded ego, but rather he saw Deepa as a wall to his growth as a ninja. After realizing that Boruto had no intentions of hunting down Deepa, Shikadai decided to help with the training, recruiting Inojin and Chōchō for extra help. He decided for Boruto's training to focus his Rasengan on a single point to improve its penetrative power. As the day ended and little progress was made, Shikadai and Boruto began discussing the unique nature of Deepa's power, as it was all about the arrangement and pressure of carbon molecules. This suddenly gave Boruto inspiration. By the following day, Shikadai was amazed to see Boruto had succeeded in obliterating a massive boulder with his Rasengan. Later, after Boruto and his team's victory over Deepa, Shikadai and his friends found Denki setting up an experiment to improve radio communications. Shikadai and the others decided to help him with the work. It ultimately did work, but failed to maintain stability. However, Denki remained determined to improve the technology. Shikadai joined everyone in cheering. Ao Arc. In the anime, Shikadai attended the memorial service for the fallen people of the 4th Shinobi World War. Later, at the training hall, Shikadai watched Boruto fight the 7th Hokage alongside other genin. Kawaki Arc. When Team 7 returned from a mission with Kawaki, it was decided that the Hokage would watch over him. As Kawaki began to warm up to Boruto and his family, Shikadai eventually met the boy. He and the others began teaching him extreme shinobi picture scrolls. Later, Shikadai and Inojin discussed Kawaki's trustworthiness while playing cards, noting how their parents felt about him. Shikadai revealed that he personally liked Kawaki because he was a straight shooter. They noticed Boruto and Mitsuki rushing from a distance and wondered what was happening. Later, after the village was infiltrated and attacked by Jigen, using Kawaki's Kama as a portal to get in, the village was put on high alert. While the Ino Shikacho trio were training, they were approached by Kara's chief scientist, Amado. Finding him shady, the genin attempted to restrain him. He used his tech to easily repel Shikadai's technique and subsequently knocked him out with a drug. Amado strapped a bomb on Shikadai, which was set to go off in 48 hours. Sai and other Konoha nin then appeared after being alerted by Inojin. Amado asked to talk with Shikamaru, who was given communication via the mind-body transmission technique. Amado stated firmly that he wished to defect to Konoha, offering his full intel on Kara and its resources, their ten-tails, and even on the Otsutsuki. By order of the Hokage, Amado was taken in for questioning. Post-Kawaki Arc. Following the defeat of Ishiki Otsutsuki, Boruto was put indefinitely off active duty to be monitored for his kama. Shikadai and his friends decided to talk about this, as they were all concerned about Boruto's future. Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.